What's going on, everybody? Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Let me know you're in the building. Ooh. It's been a good week, people. A very newsworthy week. Oh, coming into the weekend, my anxiety level's high. I'm not looking forward to getting smashed by Duke. That's going to suck. I'm going to have another I told you so moment. David Johnson is back. Maybe, quite possibly, a bit of positive news on the NCAA front as well. What else is going on? I'm looking at the desperation of my rival. That's pretty funny. Couple cubes of ice never hurt anybody. Y'all got any subjects we got to discuss? Just let me know. I did get my microwave clean, by the way. I did absolutely nothing to the closets, though. I didn't do anything productive in cleaning out the closets. So we'll just leave that part out of the conversation. Let me get my phone. What else do I have going on? It's kind of warm in here. Give me a quick second. I gotta open this door. It's gotten all hot in here. Took a nice cold evening shower as well. Woo! Tightened up the pores in the evening. Give me a couple of seconds, y'all. Just get some nice cold air in here. Make sure no possum or coyote runs up in here. Nope. No animal attacks. Anything like that. Whew. Am I forgetting anything else? No, I think I got everything. Jump on in the room. Let's get in here. Bradley, Stacy, Lauren, hello, Reggie, Travis, what's going on? Starting 5 tomorrow. We will go through that. Sam should have a problem getting 17 and 8. Oh, goodness, you started by 10. Cleaning the closets. Oh, that's funny. Don't look now. We are third betting favorite to win the ACC tournament. That is very interesting. Ryan, what's going on? Will, I like that stat. G Mister, what is going on? Good people, good people. What have y'all been doing with your evenings? Or this evening in particular? Let me make sure I go through. Oh, sorry. Jump on in the room. What was I doing? I don't know what I was doing right there. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, back in the room. So, what are we discussing here? Are we discussing David Johnson is back? Are we discussing quarterback transfers out of Nebraska who decide that Louisville is the place for them. Do we do Matt? Actually, people, let me go get my notebook really quick. Jump on in the comment section. I'll get my notebook and pen because I don't want to forget about anything, and I don't function well without a pen near me. And of course, I can't find any pens. Of course, I can't find any pens. I bought mechanical pencils and pens and still can never find them. It's pretty pathetic on my part. I don't know how the hell my remote control ended up in my book bag, but I'm glad I just found it because I would have never saw that thing. I would have literally never found that thing. The little fire stick remote, y'all. I swear to God, somebody's stealing my pens. I just know it. Somebody comes in my place and literally steals my pens. Somebody loves my pens. They steal them from me. That's the only explanation. Somebody steals my pen. I bought a box. These are the best, y'all. These are the best. I bought a box. It was one of my adult. Kyle, we are on New Amsterdam tonight. New Amsterdam. I only got y'all be stealing. Y'all need to stop stealing from me. That's all I got left, y'all. Again, I do not function well without a pen, without a good pen. So make sure we mark down all the good week stuff. Definitely good week with Matt Cross. Definitely a good week with Luke McCaffrey. Tomorrow's going to decide if Carleek Jones is going to win ACC Player of the Year. That was a nice interview. It was short, but I like what he said. Coach Mack did say David Johnson's going to be ready to go. I was pumped about that. The South Carolina situation. Did y'all hear about that, or did we talk about that last night? Yeah, I think we talked about that last night. The Georgia Tech situation. Did y'all hear about that, or did we talk about that? Oh, the Duke. Okay, yeah. If y'all heard the show, you might have heard that conversation. Okay. That was most of that stuff right there. Oh, Lauren, what are you watching? Listen, cause Lauren, listen. Listen. I just got a Netflix password. I just got a Netflix password. So we talked about Pitt last night. Yeah, we did talk about Pitt. Beat Virginia Tech and UVA. And your number 2 seed, regardless of tomorrow's outcome. Oh, Stranger Things. I think somebody did recommend that to me. Said it might be something I would like. But I don't want to go way too far down into the deep waters. Because listen, once I start, I don't come out of this. These dudes on the Hey, listen, Michael Jenkins. Is that where you want to start? Michael Jenkins. I think we got a conversation for that. We may have a little something for that. Actually, Michael, your comment caught my attention. Hold on. I'm gonna add a couple of screenshots, right? So they'll be ready to roll. Screenshot. This was pretty funny. We'll add that. Okay, give me a second, y'all. I got a couple of screenshotted subjects. Yeah, we'll throw that in there. Hold on. Let's see. Images. No, we don't need any of those. We can throw little David Johnson, Mike Rutherford screenshot in there. That never hurt anybody. Give a couple shouts out. We can talk about this too. Couple subjects. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to add? We can give Scotty D. Winner take all. Little props for that. Okay. Mike James had 32 and 24. I like that right there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I do like that. It's your tournament. No. They changed the rules. Kyle, they changed the rules. Now it's just you the individual player that tests positive is out. The team, they're not doing the contact tracing thing. Should have an advantage. This is a different Duke team too, y'all. They're playing hard. Erastus, you haven't heard about Georgia Tech? I see. Okay. So Lauren's gonna make me watch Stranger Things. Can y'all remind me? Oh, okay. I do have this remote. Okay, that's good. Listen. I'll do this. So this one is for Michael Jenkins. Okay. Do y'all like the bubble format where it shows the names and everything like that? Do y'all prefer that or the old way? Is this a better look? The bubble look? I've been kind of just playing around with it a little, and I can change the background colors and stuff like that if y'all need me to. The old way or this way? The Walking Dead Back Tomorrow. I did about 3 seasons. Okay, Chuck can handle the new way. Okay. I'm going to go up and try to find Michael Jenkins. There you are. So, Michael Jenkins, since you started it, this is a conversation we got to have. I don't know, were you in here? Answer this, Michael Jenkins. You were in here last night, right? Big L, rest in peace, yeah. Okay, Michael Jenkins, were you in here? Look, let's just experiment with this way. Were you in here yesterday? Because yesterday I had a big conversation, a big speech. You remember what we were talking about? We were talking about how basically Skip Bayless said because LeBron James chose 23, then the standard is Michael Jordan and that's it. So you get a chance to rip on somebody for their entire career. So what did we talk about? We talked about setting the standard so high, saying, that you should win every game no matter what. You just do go really extreme. So if you don't win by a lot, it's a disappointing thing. If you lose, of course, it's catastrophic. You set the bar just so ridiculous that you're going to be able to criticize no matter what. I talked about this last night for 15, 20 minutes? Yeah, do y'all remember that? Like, I was dead ass serious when I talked about that last night. So actually, let me make sure I send Steve an invite real quick, because I don't know, he might be sitting there bored, or he might just get in the chat room. But just in case, because anybody can be bored. Okay. Oh yeah, let me while I'm thinking about it, we got to have a little Michael Bush. We're gonna have to have a little Michael Bush situation real quick too. That's an important one. I don't want to forget. Okay. So I get this big conversation about just finding a way to set the standard all high, not factor in anything else. So automatically you could just make it a disappointing, catastrophic thing. So this was sent to me. This was sent to me today. From one Andy Sweeney. This is the first Louisville game in a long time where there hasn't been any hangups. Rotation is set, no excuses. No excuses, everybody. Johnson is back, check. Look, it doesn't matter that Johnson missed a game out of strep. This is 48 hours off of strep. Josh Nickelberry is still too sick to even travel with this strep virus that David Johnson has. Malik is back and getting acclimated. So Malik is supposed to be at full strength now. Midland is on his 7th game. So, like, why would you even throw that in there? You see how you're like manufacturing in there. Charles Midland has given us absolutely nothing, but you throw that in there to make it like another extreme. Oh, they got everything now. Like no COVID issues. Yeah, other than conditioning still. Super winnable road game versus a non-tourney team. Duke has been playing some of the best basketball in the ACC the last couple of games, right? Y'all see, this is a textbook setup. Cody, I told you, Cody, you are officially banned. Cody, you are banned from supporting and donating to the channel. You do way too much. No more. You listen. I'm gonna make a list of the superstar supporters of the channel. You're gonna go on that list. You are no longer allowed to support it. You do far too much. Far too kind. You're far too kind. But I do appreciate that. But listen, but y'all see what I'm talking about with this? Right. Yeah. Like look at this. It's just not like Midland in his 7th game is the reason that we have no excuses. We all know Duke, ever since Duke left, Duke's been killing it. We know that. They've been playing great basketball. And who says Duke doesn't get in the tournament late? Are you kidding me? So you think that you'll sit in there and say Kentucky can do this late and do that late and put together this run, but Duke can't? Like Duke's players are garbage? But you see that? You see how you set it up? So here's what happens. Here's what happens with a setup like this. There's only 2 options there's only 2 possible outcomes. Number 1, you win, right? And then you win. And then they say, I mean, you should win. I mean, you had Malik and Charles Midland and no COVID issues and everybody's in perfect health. And I mean, big deal. You beat Duke, you beat a non-tournament team on the road. I mean, who cares, right? So all you do is talk about, oh, you're still a 9-10 seed. Let's see if you can win out. Now you got Virginia coming up, or now you got Virginia Tech. Oh, well, let's see what you do there. There's the real challenge. So you're going to move that goalpost The one option, if you win, that's what you're going to hear. Who cares? You had everybody on your team. You're supposed to win. No big deal. Now, if you lose, that whole thing, that whole wait till Malik thing gets back. Wait till Malik gets back, and wait till so and so gets healthy, and David Johnson's back. You see the setup. You see that setup. So that guarantees, that absolutely guarantees that on Monday morning I can sit in there and say, big deal. You only won by 5. Big deal. David Johnson didn't do anything, so he's not going lottery or something like that. Or big deal, Carlik Jones only had, 13 points, and now Matthew Hurt's going to win the ACC Player of the Year. Sam didn't do anything, so what happened? Like it's just like, do y'all see what that looks like to me? I mean, maybe that's how it should be done. Maybe I should take a page out of that. Right? I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should just like set it up for failure all the time. Maybe I should do the we suck. We suck. And if we win, yay! And if we lose, I told you we sucked. I was right again. We suck. That's what maybe that's what y'all. Maybe I just need to give y'all misery. Duke game was saved this season. Yeah, Didi, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I get that feeling too, because they're winnable, but you can see going into Duke with the way they're playing. You can see them getting hot. And listen, Matthew Hurt's a Player of the Year candidate. They are playing great basketball. They're getting out defensively in the passing lanes. Carlik and Malik have just been starting to work together on the pick and roll, right? Now David comes back. Maybe David tries to force feed to Malik a couple times, and that leads to some turnovers. They're playing great. Like Duke is playing a great high-low thing. That it can get us caught on our switches. Like all these things. And Coach K is an awesome coach. And like I said, we've played some good games against them. So yes, it's a winnable game, and yes, you could get blown out by them. They come out shooting good at home, and Coach K is a good coach. So yeah, give me a break. You literally give me a break. Appreciate that though, but yeah, you're still banned. Right. We're just gonna talk about some negative things until Kentucky gets it together. Or we're going to keep it negative until Louisville finally loses and talk about how the roster next year, or think about this. I'll get to that part. That's something else. You listen right now. Hold on. Let me distract something else from needing to win that conference to even get right. They got no jokes about that. They got no jokes. To have so much humor, you don't got any jokes about that. So how do we attack these kids? This is how I choose to attack my rivalry. Support them. What do I mean by support them? You got that person in the office, you kind of talk back and forth. Just say, yeah, maybe y'all do got a shot. And just wait. And when it crashes, come right on here. The moment they crash, I want you to go straight to your computer and go to YouTube, or go to your phone and go to YouTube and type in MADEFORTHE Ville, Made for the Ville at youtube.com. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and hit that like button, and we're going to have a party. And see, no. I know. Listen, don't hit them with the negative tweets because, yeah, I don't even do that. Like, I don't even participate in that one. I'm just, like I said, this is me just pointing out kind of he's the example on this one where you say, okay, you set an impossible standard for anybody to even be happy about any result. Because again, if you get a good win at Duke, who cares? Oh, of course you do. Duke sucks. Listen, people who do that, they guarantee negative shows. They guarantee negative narratives. And he's not the only one that does it. But that is just a textbook setup. You have everything. Like, no excuses. Think about that. No excuses. Like, there's no excuse if you lose to Duke. What do you do with that? Zero excuses. If they shoot great, not they're playing great, not they got better, addition by subtraction, none of that stuff. Not David Johnson was literally down from strep. Malik Williams was his third game back. This will be his third game back. He's been out a year. He's going to be chasing Matthew Hurt and Williams, a 7-footer all around. No, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Steve. Yeah, no, that's exactly the point. There's nothing you can do to ensure any positivity. Listen, if you win by 30, Duke sucks. You could literally win by 30. It's like sitting there when y'all hear me get mad when people say, oh, that's because the other team just missed a bunch of shots. When you don't get a lot of good looks and you finally get a good look, you rush it because you don't get a lot of good looks. That's because the defense is good, not because they just luckily missed today. No, look, because they can play like Duke can play. They're well coached. They had a bad start to the season. They can still play again. Bo, okay, Bo. I'll, because you were in here, I will do a quick short recap on this one. Yeah, no, Duke can come out and play well and beat us. They can totally beat us. They're playing great. Listen, Brad, I don't mind that either. But that's what I'm saying. Don't act like that can't happen. But here's the thing. You'll sit around and say, Virginia sucks, Virginia Tech sucks because they lost to Georgia Tech, and Duke sucks. So even if you went 3-0, you know what it'll be? Oh, good thing you got a bad Duke and a bad Virginia and a bad Virginia Tech late in the season. Then all of a sudden the teams you don't play, Syracuse would have beaten you. You're like, dude, give me a break. Bo, this is what you missed. This is the setup you missed, Bo. You missed, no matter what we do, because we got Midland in his 7th game and no COVID issues, that there's absolutely this rotation is set. Well, since when is the rotation set? We still don't know if we should start Sam or DeAndre Davis or putting Quinn in there. So like, think about this. This is just not like, okay, Malik is back getting acclimated. Yes, I'll give you that check. Johnson is back. We don't know what Johnson's condition is going to be like. He's coming off of strep. Josh Nickelberry's been out of 7 to 10 days from strep throat. Johnson's going to play. That doesn't mean Johnson's in any kind of condition to play. He's just medically cleared, feeling a little better. I mean, think about it. You know how bad you got to feel to not play in a game against Notre Dame after you just lost by 45 points against Carolina? You know how bad you got to feel, how sick you got to be not to play against Notre Dame if you're David Johnson? Kid had, what, he have a 104 temperature or something? Yeah, but he's back, so who cares? So you got Johnson back at 100%. Malik's getting acclimated. That's all you need. Hey, Midland's in his 7th game, so he should be perfect and ready to go. No COVID. Like, look at that listing. That listing is setting up. Super winnable road game versus non-tourney team. Check. No, they're the hottest team in the ACC right now. How about that? No, just no excuses. We got the no, the rotation is not set. We got more rotation questions than we had before. We don't know when to get JJ Traynor in there. You kidding me? So yeah, the set. So Bo, the setup is there, but I am looking forward to it. But yeah, we can get it done. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. What's up? Ready for Carson Jackson? Listen, that would nothing would have me more excited. Alan Stoops competing. Ooh, that is funny. That's a funny one. Won a paycheck off the Key fan back in 2012, baby. They were making it to the Final Four. That's a good call. Yeah, those what was it on Drew's show? They say money won is twice as sweet as money earned. When Brandon Lane comes on. Yeah, but here's the thing, Chuck. They still are gonna need some time to adjust because Carlik and Malik look like they had a nice pick and roll thing going. So I don't want David to come in there and force feed. You know, I don't want Malik to try to just get out of David's way, and then they're kind of like, it can be choppy. Like they still, again, this will be the first, they respect each other's talent too. So this will be the first time they're on the court together. I'm telling you, man, the reason I say this is from experience, man. Listen, Nate, Cam, Reese, Tony, all these people can really play some basketball. And I remember I always wanted to just get out of their way. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, they would say, Marcus, why are you standing there? You need to move around. And I'm just like, dude, he can take him. So sometimes I would just get out of the way, and I found myself just standing on the other side of the court with no motion. And I know you can fall into that trap. When Carlik has somebody isolated or something, it's just, that stuff takes time, man. You don't just throw them all on the court and then he's definitely and show him right. Yeah, DJ's definitely not going to be 100%. Like, not at all. More listen. That's funny. I was talking to Steve today, and I asked Steve. I said, "Do we look at each other's games more than any two teams in the country?" Because y'all do realize the ACC, they didn't even want to put the North Carolina game up on instant demand. They wanted to force everybody to wait and watch it again at a particular time. So they know Kentucky fans and Louisville fans were all going to be wanting to watch that game on demand. And they kind of cornered the market on that one. Oh, listen, Steve made a call today too. Kentucky, I don't know if they got him, but I don't know if they got him or not, but maybe they got a commitment out of a 3-star kid from Wisconsin. Steve said he's a nice little player and everything, but he laughed because he was like, James wasn't excited about this dude, and he's like the 133rd player in the country, and like a Kentucky fan to be excited about the 133rd player? Steve had a good time laughing about that when he was like, I know I know they know they're in trouble. I'd be a better sub. Man, he's got to get to the basket, man. He's got to get to the basket. That's we no, he's good. He's good. No, he's good at what he does. Like, he's good, but his agenda is just too one-sided. His agenda just to be on barrage of Louisville and tiptoe around Kentucky. That's he's, to me, just playing that card all wrong. You know what I'm saying? But he knows how to do a good show. Like, his structure and his, and with the sound and stuff, he knows what he's doing. He's just a hater, and he's just in the core. He's a hater. So yeah. Didn't Clark opt out? Yeah. Clark is gone for Kentucky. Speaking of Kentucky players, how about this one? Let me see. I'll find one good one for y'all. Let's see what this one is. Oh, I want that one. Okay, right here. UK's Davion Mintz says the fact that he is going through senior day ceremony on Saturday does not mean he has made a decision. Davion, they are going to run you right out of that building, bro. They are going to bring some players in. They are going to run you right out of that building. and y'all being excited. Listen, I ain't killing the kid or nothing, but Louisville fan, are you worried about Davion Mintz coming back to compete? Are you worried about Davion Mintz being the difference maker on why you can't beat Kentucky next year? Because I don't think I am. I don't think I'm worried about Davion Mintz being the reason we lose. I agree 100%. It's just going to be on the rebounding part. That's how he keeps his momentum going. I don't even know the official role, but they wait till the last minute to release that because they know the gamblers. Capitalize on that, so they wait as long as they can. First time together all season, we got to be realistic. Yeah, and see how things go. Yeah, Chester, 100%. I agree with that. Like, it could look clumsy. It could look really clumsy, not because you're not playing hard, because David wants to get the ball to Malik. Carlik wants to get the ball to Malik. Carlik wants to do his thing. Keep in mind too, y'all. David and Malik might be trying to force feed it to Carlik because they want him to win Player of the Year. They want him to transfer here from Radford and just shut everybody up. Come from Radford and win Player of the Year in the ACC. Like, that's an honor. Those boys want him to, but ironically, Carlik's going to need them all just to play harder on their own and take their men to the rack. That opens it up for Carlik. Don't just do the Carlik screen for him and get out the way. Everybody else got to be on the attack. That'll help Carlik because Carlik can find a way to get his if y'all not focus on him. So Carlik has a good game and you beat Duke. He's the ACC Player of the Year. Because he's already beat Hurt once. Malik's only played 2. Right, Michael, right. So the setup is like, oh yeah, Malik's fine, check. That's a setup. That's just a big narrative setup. That's the pre-narrative setup. Saying can let us stand around offense. You're right, 100% Lawrence. Oh, goodness great. Listen, and listen, I think Andy don't like to see happiness. I literally think he hates to see happy people. It don't matter who's happy. It could be Jack Grossman. It could be me, Steve. He might just hate happy people. mm, mm, mm. I don't think Aiden's in the doghouse. I think Aiden is dealing with the stress of a COVID environment. I think it's kind of getting to him. You follow him on Twitter, you follow him on Instagram. I mean, but listen, 1 out of 10 people are really, really, really struggling with this stuff. Like really struggling. Psychologically, probably more than that, but identifiable struggles, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm losing more friends and people I care about to their emotional, emotional states. And I'm literally losing friends, you know what I'm saying, who just who are just coping a different way. I'm losing friends to like real hypocritical stuff, so it's kind of sad, really, just like it was prime example. Y'all know intern he's not an intern anymore. Mike Betts process. Drew Diener's producer. I don't know if y'all heard, maybe yesterday or something, but y'all remember Jared Stillman used to be on with Drew. Now Jared Stillman is down in Nashville right now, right? So they asked Jared Stillman what he thought about the Coach Mac thing, right? What he thought about the Coach Mac thing, right? Jared went in hard on Coach Mac. He should be suspended. You're maskless. You're doing some, anything you do unsafe. Blah blah blah. He kind of went in hard on him, right? Then he started talking about how he didn't have a New Year's party, but he was thinking about having one. And he said they got a big house, so we were going to socially distance and all that good stuff. And then he said no. He decided not to do it. Now he's on his way to Cancun. Right? And he's going to go Cancun. He's going to come right back here. Right? So it's like Process got really mad about this, right? Because I'm seeing that a lot myself too. Like everybody will tell you, you need to stay in, you need to do everything to help this, this community. No going outside unless you absolutely have to go. Nobody does this. But when they do something, they say, oh, I'll just run over here. I'll just take my mask off for a second. I'll just do this job. That it's like, no. If you think it should be structured 100% nothing, live by it. But don't just say, okay, I'll just do a little. But that's really bad what they did. No, they just did more than you. But you're doing a little too. So anyway, you get the point. People are dealing with this different. And I think Aiden is having a issue just dealing with the environment that is COVID environment. So that's your answer to that. They want no memory this season if they can get rid of right. They're hoping they get they're hoping Ashton Hagens gets a violation so they can get this season stricken from the record. Oh, transfer Louisville. Wait a minute, Vicky. You want Davey Mintz here? Who would he take? Whose spot would he take? No fear, Mintz. Yeah, I wouldn't. As a Louisville fan, I wouldn't be going crazy over him returning. He's a good little shooter. Yeah, you're right. Like I'm good with Matt Cross transfer. I feel like Michigan will become the next Kentucky if they can keep Juwan Howard. Steve thinks Juwan Howard's going to go to the league. Juwan Howard is the one that's developing the big Hunter kid. Dick Vitale isn't calling the game. Oh God, why would you even say that? I think Sam is going to have a huge game tomorrow. Okay, I got to ask y'all this question. Please answer as fast as you can. I didn't go into the studio for the last pregame, and we won. Every time I go to the studio, we get busted. But I do like doing the pregame shows at the studio. Because if I do the pregame shows at the studio, then I can go like 100% YouTube and stuff like that. But when I do it from home, I still ain't found out how to get the sound and the YouTube the right way. So, do I go to the studio or do we do it from home? Yeah, Carlick is gone, especially if he wins especially if he wins Player of the Year. Only goes off ditto. Listen, and he went off against Duke last year, if y'all remember. Only guy I would want is Allen. Yeah, I would like Dante Allen just to stick it to him. Stay home. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Rumors Carly stays next year. Yeah, because we'll kick somebody else off the team in a heartbeat. We'll kick 2 people off just to keep Carly. We'll kick 3 people off. Don't do it. Work. Yeah, work from home. Oh, no. I know. Darn it. I know. Respect it. I know. If we get busted, we know the answer for the future. I know. Golly. I do like going to the studio. Okay. Now, this is what we'll do, y'all. My eyes twitching. I don't know why. Okay, so here's what we'll do, because I got to catch y'all up on this story. Hold on, I got to find it first. I think Rummage sent it to me. Okay, UK's that. Okay. Now, when I say a little bit of good news, it's supposed to be good news. It might not be good news for us in particular. Stay home, keep the mojo going. Biggest X factor. I'll get to that. Take Cam Fletcher. Big chip on his shoulder by now. Yeah, I'll take all of them. Allen to the field and Mintz to Bellarmine. That's funny. Pop those champagne players from that would be awesome. Okay, just what I'll do. We'll go share for this news that could be good news, but might not be great news for us, but should be great news for us. Per John Rothstein, the NCAA Division I Infractions Appeals Committee has overturned scholarship reductions and recruiting penalties for Georgia Tech's men's basketball program. So did all of a sudden the NCAA develop a heart? Did all of a sudden, think about this, y'all. In 2 days, the dude who got arrested for South Carolina, the NCAA just accepted all of South Carolina's postseason ban. They weren't going to the tournament. No way. They overturned Georgia Tech's. They accepted Georgia Tech's ban from last season. There wasn't even a tournament. And Georgia Tech wasn't going to the tournament. And you just accepted all self-imposed penalties out of nowhere? You took 3 years from Louisville. You took championships, MOPs, which you got back, but you crushed us. You gave us another postseason ban after we self-imposed. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hold on, let me see. Yes. Actually, Frontman James. I think I had that too, but I'll use yours. I'll send it to the laptop now. Yeah, I did have that. I actually had that to go on the list too. So, I'll put that on there too. Okay, don't go to the studio. No, they're just going. Wait, but you understand what I'm saying? Like that should be great news that the NCAA is just starting to like, you know what? Like some of this stuff is just bugging. So that's why I said it today. Look, Syracuse people, look, they took 4 years of Boeheim just to bump him down on the wins thing. Now it's time for Oklahoma State. Yeah, y'all just been screwing with people on ridiculous minor infractions or unprovable infractions. Yeah, it should be good news. Put the banner back. I know. Yeah, no. Listen, Chris Kennard, I still feel like when I'm thinking negative, you were just gonna lure everybody in and just hammer, put the hammer to Louisville, everybody walks. Kansas walks, Arizona walks, South Carolina walks, LSU walks, North Carolina State walks, Georgia Tech just walked, Oklahoma State's gonna walk, Duke, they didn't even pursue the Zion Williamson stuff. That your boy isn't your boy still locked up right now? The lawyer, I can't think of his name. Avenatti, ain't still locked up. So yeah, like that stuff is ridiculous. Like in the last 2 days, you gave a pass to South Carolina and Georgia Tech in 2 days. Should be great news. It should be. The NCAA is realizing, you know, this is just bad stuff. Okay, so that's one. Which is the other story that I'm missing? Where is the other story? We did cross Car League Player of the Year, Coach Matt. We can go to the Car League video. Actually, we'll close that. Probably just a couple things I wanted y'all to catch.
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently, so you never have to slow down at work.
Sorry about that noise,
Stay on top of emails, documents, and more without having to stay put. Whether you're working on your computer
put up with the
or
echo
on your
for
phone,
a couple seconds.
Grammarly provides instant writing advice, so your message.
Okay. It's just a couple things I wanted y'all to hear from the interview. Car League getting ready to have a big game and seal the ACC Player of the Year. That would be my ideal situation. I would love for that to happen. I'm really nervous though because Louisville's the only school with a winning record against Coach K, and I feel like we're gonna get cheated. So he doesn't end his career with Louisville having what level of infractions? Listen, they look to get tournament bans. That level ones to get tournament bans and self-imposed and and scholarship reductions. Yeah, but they had real infractions. Like they were like the coach's boy was literally giving them kids money, like giving them money, and they could prove it. They had the text messages, all that stuff. Make sure everyone is voting for Dana Evans. I agree with that. Gymnastic thing is pretty ugly. Michigan State ain't going nowhere. I mean, I can't believe Michigan State got away with all that stuff they did get away with. The rape cover-ups, the gymnastic stuff. That program should, would have got hit. I just can't imagine what happens to Louisville in those situations. Yeah, I agree, Alicia, 100%. Okay, catching up. Transfer market will be officially locked up for the next if Carly wins play. Yes, D. Actually, Didi, we already got the transfer market. A dude from Radford went to Louisville and is killing it. Matt Cross just said, I'm going there. And listen, he's talking about wanting to play football too, which I won't let him do, but I like the attitude. I like the football player attitude coming to our team. Okay, so here we go. Carly Jones interview today. Couple things I just wanted y'all to hear.
Russ Brown.
Hi, Carly. Russ Brown's Kentucky today. Big game coming up, of course, but a lot of bracketologists, so to speak, have you guys pegged as a bubble team at this point for the NCAA tournament. A couple things I'd like to know if you agree with that, and if not, why. And do you feel these last three games are pretty vital to?
First of all, I'm like, you think these kids want to sit around and say, yeah, might be on the bubble? They don't pay attention to bracketology. They have no idea about the point system on bracketology. None of them pay attention to that. They think about winning. So it's kind of futile, in my opinion, to ask him about it. But I did like the fact that he said yes. So that means he knows he needs these wins. He's not comfortable. He doesn't feel like they're comfortable in there. Or he could use the football scholarship. That's a good point, NCAM, right? At the worst. But again, they got all kind of scholarship ability now. So I wouldn't even panic about scholarship numbers at all.
Chances for the tournament you're seeing?
I definitely think these last few games are definitely huge. Just to basically have a good spot in the tournament, and I also think it'll be a good start going into the tournament to have a 3-game winning streak, or possibly a 4-game.
I like that. Talking winning streaks
leading into the tournament and stuff. So I definitely think that winning these last few games would be huge. But we just can't get ahead of ourselves, and we just got to take it one game at a time.
Good answer, Carly.
Do you agree that you're on the bubble, or do you think that's not correct?
I think we are. I honestly don't really know how it works. But just knowing some of the losses we took, to Florida State, our last recent loss to North Carolina, and early in the year to Wisconsin and stuff like that.
He don't even know it. Those games don't really hurt us like that.
I definitely think we're on the bubble, and we need to just buckle down and just remain solid for our last few games in the regular season.
Thanks.
Shannon?
Hey, Carly, this is your third game back from the second long pause. In what areas do you feel like your team is starting to kind of rebuild consistency and get back to the things you were doing earlier in the season?
I would just say staying locked in. Like you said, with the pauses and stuff, it's kind of hard to, come back the same as you did before the pause. But really, it's just staying locked in. We're usually getting up and down in practice, so I feel like us being in shape, I don't think that's a problem. I think we're back to our normal selves and being in shape. And like I said, it just comes down to staying locked in, staying with the task at hand, working on ourselves day in, day out, and just following our coach's plans.
Kent and then Gary.
Carly, obviously last time out, and you guys kind of mentioned it after the game, that everybody just needed to do a little bit more without Davis.
Cheers, Anthony.
When he comes back, is it vital for everybody to continue to do a little bit more?
I agree, Chris.
Rely so heavily on you and him.
Yes, I think that everyone should continue to want to do more. I think when David comes back, and if guys keep up the same play, it makes things easier for me and David. It makes things easier for the team as a whole.
Yeah.
When guys are stepping up,
Being aggressive.
I also feel like it'd be hard to beat us if we have 5, 6 guys in double figures.
Yep.
And then Malik and Jalen had double, not double doubles, but double digit rebounds. So
Yep.
when they produce like that, and even with David being back, I think we'll be a hard team to beat for sure.
Good answer.
Carly, what have you learned about yourself as a player, being in the ACC?
Listen to this, y'all.
Facing these big games like Carolina. Now you've got another one coming up against Duke.
It just kind of told me, and proved to me what I had already thought kind of coming in. Just that, I can play anywhere. I can play with
Carly.
some of the best teams and some of the best players in college basketball.
I already knew it.
It's just, every day I play and practice and, play in some of these big games. It just gives me even more confidence and lets me know, like, I am here. And
Time to make a run then.
What I kind of told myself I would do. And, I just try to keep, going forward with that.
Has it brought out another facet of your game maybe that you didn't have a year ago?
No, I'm already cold. Look,
I'll say somewhat. Just learning small things, small little details. Reading better, like coming off screens and stuff like that. It's just small things that I definitely feel like I've definitely improved on. But for the most part, I feel like I've been myself.
Mm-hmm.
Tim?
Carly, for those teams that are not on the bubble, do you think that there's any argument to not play in a conference tournament, given that the NCAA
come on with that question?
Its policies on replacement.
Why you ask that man? Why you ask that man about that?
I mean, I truly don't know. I really don't have any.
Asking that man should teams play in a conference tournament?
I don't really know too. Like I said, I don't really know too much about that. Honestly, I'm just here to play. I'm here to practice, and I just really know about my schedule and our chances and stuff. So that's all I really know about it.
Good answer.
Question for Carly from Michael.
Hey, Carlik, you guys beat Duke earlier in the year. Things changed throughout the season. Have you seen much difference in them, and what's standing out to them when you guys review their film lately?
So basically, the difference from the first game is, they are missing one of their players, Johnson, who I guess they said they decided to, opt out the rest of the season. But, I thought the first game that we played them was a hard-fought game, a game where both teams competed, throughout the whole game. And honestly, I think the last few games Duke has been playing better. I think their guards have stepped up and played well. On top of Matthew Hurt still playing as well as he is. So I'm definitely looking forward to another great game. We kind of gotta not necessarily throw the film out from that first game, but we can't dwell on it or try to think like, oh, we got them the first time, so this should be easy. Like, no, they're gonna come ready to play. So we need to be prepared.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Is that what y'all wanted to hear? That's what I wanted to hear. Hold on. Pause that right there. He always asks, Walter, does he ask the questions that always put the kids in a tight spot? Oh, yeah. When he asks, listen, I sit around the studio, everybody always busts out laughing because they're like, oh my God, what is he going to ask now? Like getting Carleek to comment on should teams like play in a conference tournament. Like, what if Carleek would have said, I mean, if you're already in, you probably should opt out. Can you imagine what that story would have been? No, he always asks the question. He can push it. And again, he's good at what he does too. Like, yeah, asking that question, but he just don't have no sympathy. He don't have no empathy, sympathy. He does not treat them like they're kids at all. Right? They want to play, but you're just not even supposed to ask the kid that question. What is your opinion on should teams play? Because if you say, yeah, everybody should play, then he looks like he doesn't care about COVID. And if you say, no, we shouldn't play, then he looks like he's scared and, all that stuff. So either way, it's a no-win situation to answer that question. So y'all remember last night? Remember last night when I was talking about somebody asked, I forget who it was in particular, kind of asked in the comment section, why does everybody hate Louisville, right? And pardon me if y'all heard the show today and you heard me kind of revisit this. But like Louisville in the 80s, when the basketball was really good, think about it. To get 2 championships in a 10-year span of the 80s and just be one of the dominant teams, all the people that are older now and in positions to be in the media and positions to be on these boards and make all these decisions, those are all the people that the 80s Louisville teams was just running through, right? So I was trying to tell y'all, like, there's a lot of people that got some nasty scars from Louisville. So today, when Mike Lindsay did his Know the Foe and talked about Duke burning benches, right, as a tradition, burning benches, think about that. They burned benches on campuses, and the tradition was started because Louisville busted them. Think about that. Louisville has left them with a tradition of burning stuff after you lose. That is how terrible that is. I mean, you leave a scar on a school. Really, like, we talked about it today too. If you go back and look at the highlights, a little documentary of the Dream Game, when Kentucky had finally had to play Louisville and they wouldn't schedule them. Think about it. All those wins you would have got from the 80s, you never got them on the rivalry because Kentucky wouldn't play Louisville. And you finally got matched up with them in a tournament down in Knoxville, and Louisville busted them and was dunking all of them. That stuff don't go away, y'all. You scar for life. Plus we travel. I know all that good stuff. So there was that. Okay, another thing. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up the video because this is the last. Listen. If I see somebody do this on my page, I swear to God, I'm blocking you. I'm literally gonna block you. And I am not joking around about this one. Okay, but this needs to be addressed. Hold on. I'm gonna find it real quick. Okay. This is a very serious this is a serious thing. Okay. I'm going to share this screen really quick so we can get this out the way. Louisville versus the world. Sometimes it feels like that, DD. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that one. Let me pick up this one. Okay, y'all pass this along. Don't even make me have to pass this along at all. Look at this right here, y'all. This is a Michael Bush tweet. He says, "This just made my day." Right? It was awesome. Good move. Take it to the house. God, he's huge. Okay. He said, that just made his day. If I see anybody I recognize, when he gets in my room, on my channel, or on Twitter, if anybody brings up his injury on my page again, I am permanently blocking you. Stop saying anything to him about his injury. You think he doesn't know that? You think he doesn't know you had an awesome season and a Heisman and first round? You think he doesn't know that? Stop bringing it up. If I see it on my page, I promise you, you are going to get blocked from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel. Your presence will not be accepted on my channel if he gets in here and talks about something and you bring up his injury. That part is done. Don't do that. Don't let me see your name. Don't let me recognize your name, because that's just stupid. That's just stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. Completely. You've seen his legacy enough to know it, that was a bad moment. And I don't know why people feel like they have to remind him of something like that every time he says anything on a social media platform. So do not do that. Florida State's still trying to recover you, right? Yeah. Like, yeah, there's some bad history with some teams around here, Louisville's picking kids up out of Indiana, all that kind of good stuff. So, any more questions we got to get in here? I didn't mean to make it dreary at the end of the show, but let's just make sure we had a good understanding about that. So, David Johnson, we're going to Duke 6 o'clock. Y'all already told me. I'm basically banned. Okay. I'm gonna do the show from home. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna put it on. This is what I'll do. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on the social media, but y'all won't be able to hear the callers. That's the only problem. You won't be able to hear the callers, which in the pregame show, I only get one or two callers anyway. Or my favorite color, definitely Cardinal Red. Who is my starting lineup tomorrow? My starting lineup tomorrow is David Johnson, Carlik Jones, DeAndre Davis, Jalen Withers, and Malik Williams. Not even up for discussion. DeAndre Davis played the most minutes last game. DeAndre Davis is my Dwayne Sutton. DeAndre Davis is the most consistent energy defensive player we have on the team. He doesn't screw up. He gets rebounds. He doesn't miss. Some light just went off in the back. Something. Hold on. Let me respond to this real quick, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get somebody to jump on live. Hold on. He listen, he's not gonna do it. He is a chicken bleep. But I'm sending an invite right now to see if he would actually do it. I know he won't, but I'm sending an invite anyway. Okay. Starting lineup tomorrow is David, Carleek, DeAndre, Jalen Withers, and Malik Williams. And listen, y'all, I'm telling you, going back over the video, Jalen Withers, he's ready. He's turning the corner, y'all. Jalen Withers is turning the corner. Okay. Salute, sir. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it. I'll let you get on that one. Listen, JJ's gonna be the most athletic person on the team next year. Get him minutes whenever you can, coach, because Jalen's gonna be ready. Okay, starting lineup. Let me keep going. We like dunking at Duke. Yeah, they got them low rims. Like that rim gonna break any second too. I can deal with JJ. Like I said, he gets in, be aggressive. Like I said, I heard JJ was a little sick for a little bit. So yeah, Travis, that was my starting five for sure. Sam will start. Dre will play more. But I don't know, man. Sam. I mean, I don't care if Sam comes in 190 seconds into the game. You just can't stop. If I can't go do the game from the studio, if I can't go do the pregame show from the studio, Sam can't start. We can't mess up the rhythm. DeAndre Davis should not be coming off the bench. Yes, 100% my sixth man. Still needs to dunk the ball. Yeah, but man, he's getting better like every play. I'm mad at him too. And Coach Mack said it. Okay. After I clean up this conversation, we're gonna go to the Coach Mack interview. Listen, if y'all don't want to sit around with me and watch the Coach Mack interview, I'm gonna point out a couple of things he said that's important. But I know it's late, and some of y'all are not like up late with me, so I'll understand if y'all check out. It won't hurt my feelings. I am definitely going to the Coach Mack interview after I clean up these last couple of questions and stuff. So get your questions in now before I get to the Coach Mack interview. So I think Sam should start. Yeah, look, when he starts, he just don't come in violent. Like that urgency goes away when he starts. He's too cool. That's why, I mean, he might be turning the corner, but he better dunk the ball right, because they will beat it up if he don't. Malik makes the game easier for Jalen. See, yes, but he don't make it as much easier as Jalen. Like Jalen's in his brain, Jalen thinks it's all Malik. Now he's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But he could have been playing like this a lot earlier. He just doesn't like the idea of being a center. Before 2 shot clock violations, we fixed the terrace up. Right? Sam looked good off the bench before. Probably, yeah. Like I said, even if it's DeAndre Davis does not mess up, and nobody cares when DeAndre Davis messed up, because he don't mess up. So even if he does, he knows he messed up instantly. I love JJ's potential in the future. Yeah, and he's aggressive. Like JJ is exactly what Carleek was saying, dude. When y'all get in the game, y'all got to go at these dudes. Y'all got to go to the basket. I'm telling you, listen, if y'all are screwing up, I'll make sure you don't get the ball. But when I give you the ball, it's because I need you to do something with it. Carleek and David are literally saying, if I pass you the ball, Go do some. Allen Iverson used to say it. Allen Iverson used to say, if I pass the ball and everybody touch the ball and they get back to me, I'm shooting it. Because y'all obviously don't want to do nothing with it. Yeah, I used to love that. Just like, dude, if y'all all touch the ball and nobody tries to go one-on-one or take their man or do nothing, give it back to me and I'm going. So yeah, Carlik and David are like, when y'all get the ball, go do something with it. Don't stop looking at me to give it up. And in the middle, in the zones, come get the ball like you want it. Get the ball like you want to do something with, like you want the ball. Don't just hide behind waiting for me to like bring 3 people and dish it off to you so you can get a wide open dunk. Play the game. Do something. That's what Carlik and David need their guys to do. Be aggressive. Go get the rebounds. Go do something. If y'all get the rebound and my man's guard me, push it up the court. Y'all are not clumsy. They can help out Carlik and David, save them so much energy by being aggressive. If they're messing up, Carlik and David will go get the ball from them. Let me run through these. They got a nice high. Duke has a nice high low too. He is not scared at all. I mean, he hasn't really played with his back to the rim much. Like, let's not forget that. Like, Jalen, when he gets the ball, he faces up. We ain't seen Jalen shoot a bunch of jump hooks and stuff. Just psychologically, he likes being a lot farther from the rim. When Sam doesn't start, he takes it personal. Yeah, he just has a different level of urgency. Okay, I don't know if we'll make it through the whole Mac video, but let's jump over to that real quick. See a couple of things Coach Mac said that kind of caught my ear. See, let's check Coach Mac's excitement level too. Let's go. Coach, don't look so angry.
I'm just curious if David Johnson's back and if you expect him to be available for you at Duke.
I do, Shannon. He is back. He practiced yesterday. He's feeling much better, and we expect him to be ready to go tomorrow.
And just as a follow-up to that, I mean, he was really instrumental defensively in the first game. Can you talk about maybe what your team is like now versus when you played him the first time, even though you had that long COVID pause?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have Malik back, which changes things. At times, Jalen Withers plays more forward than he really has all year. We're just trying to get that continuity back. We welcomed David back to practice for the very first time yesterday. He did a great job on Matthew Hurt in game number 1, who really hurt us in the first half. David did a really good job of fronting him in the post, try to make his catches tough. It's not easy. He's playing as well as anybody in the conference. So, we've changed a little bit. Again, I mentioned Malik Williams, but Duke's changed a lot too. Mark Williams now is manning their center position a majority of the time. And, it's quite a different look. He's over 7 feet tall. They use him in high lows. They've changed their defense almost completely to more of the Duke that I think people are used to, denying in passing lanes, trying to be very disruptive, knowing that he can erase some shots around the basket, behind the perimeter defenders. So it's going to be a challenge. Duke's always a challenge.
Kent?
Yeah, Chris, the overwhelming theme pretty much after last game was everybody just did a little bit more that David was out. Everybody had to. How much of a benefit would it be for the team now that he's back if everybody continues to do that little bit more, stays aggressive, not relying so heavily on Carlik and David, maybe on the offensive end?
100%. We have to get contributions from all of our guys.
Yes.
And, I think Sam's played really well these last few weeks. We need him to continue that effort.
Go get the boards.
And on the glass. I think Jalen, obviously had a terrific game the other night against Notre Dame. You know, he'd had 20 if he didn't miss a few of those layups that we want to convert to dunks around the basket. But yeah, we need to be more, you know, getting contributions for everybody. But that's not really changed. But, you know, obviously, you know, Carlik and David are two of our best players and have the ball in their hands a lot. But yeah, contributions from everybody would be great.
Tim?
Chris, as much time as you've lost with the shutdowns, would you advise a team that is not on the bubble to play in a conference tournament?
He wasn't going to stop, was he?
You know, there are just so many things, Tim, behind the scenes. You know, I'm not going to be the guy that says you should or shouldn't. You know, I think there's.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know y'all couldn't hear it.
You know,
Sorry.
You obviously risk, you know, losing.
Lost with the shutdown.
Not really changed, but, you know, obviously, you know, Carlik and David are two of our best players and have the ball in their hands a lot. But yeah, contributions from everybody would be great.
Tim?
Chris, as much time as you've lost with the shutdowns, would you advise a team that is not on the bubble to play in a conference tournament?
You know, there are just so many things, Tim, behind the scenes. You know, I'm not going to be the guy that says you should or shouldn't. You know, I think there's logic behind not playing. You know, you obviously risk, you know, losing that NCAA tournament opportunity. But I'm not going to be in a position of advising. I'm not an athletic director, so I'll just worry about preparing our team for Duke.
Okay. As a follow-up, given the NCAA protocols for the tournament, are you taking any special precautions, or will you take any special precautions in Greensboro?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do everything that we possibly can. You know, we travel with multiple buses. You know, we make sure that anytime we congregate as a team, whether that's a meal, whether that's film, that we're spaced out. You know, we aren't, you know, doing anything public. You know, it's not like our guys are, you know, we're not taking them out to restaurants to eat. You know, guys aren't walking over to the mall, you know, in between shoot around. You know, we're doing about everything that we can, Tim, in order to make sure that we're able to play both the conference tournament, hopefully the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Any other questions? If you have a question, drop in the chat to Michael.
Hey, Coach. Michael McCammon, Cardinal Authority. Duke's a little bit different than the last time you guys faced them. What have you seen from them as they've made, you know, their changes since the last time you guys faced each other?
I think the biggest thing that you see is different is just how they're playing defense. You know, as I mentioned, they're really getting back to, I think, the Duke that you know, we've all watched for years, and that is a very disruptive, out in the passing lanes type team. I think Jordan Goldwire is as good as any defensive player in the country. You know, in my opinion, he's the best defensive player in our league. He's an awfully disruptive. Mark Williams is an elite shot blocker. You know, he's a young kid. He's learning the game. But his defense is special.
Pump fake and jump into him.
And he adds a little bit of confidence for those guys to be a little bit more chancy on the perimeter.
Pump fake and jump
that's
into
the biggest
him.
change that I see offensively. They certainly do a little bit more high-low action because of his size, because of Mark Williams' size. They're shooting the ball better. I don't know if there are many players in the country that over the last 5 or 6 games are shooting the ball from 3 better than Matt Hurt. You know, he's got that high release. He doesn't need any shot space. We're going to have to try to step up to that challenge as best we can.
Any further for Coach? All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I know, all of them. Pump fake them and go into them. I posted that video of Quinn kind of pump fake the Notre Dame guy. Jump into him. Like, y'all gonna have to like be a little less considerate of people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have to get a little more violent with around the basket, man. Like, without that, it's not gonna work. So should I go back and watch the first Duke Louisville game? Or I won't call him a name, but I know what you're saying. Use it. Like, I know what you're saying. I mean, but I think that's just basketball. But it pisses you off because you see dudes from other teams that still got some street game to them, and you're like, what happened to all our street game dudes? I mean, we're starting. Coach Mack is starting to bring them in now, but you get the point. You got to have a nice little balance of street game dudes and potential upside academy dudes. But I need some more street game dudes. So, Matt Cross, Luke McCaffrey this week. Georgia Tech got a pass. South Carolina got a pass. We're the reason Duke burns benches. Y'all heard my new rule that'll get you blocked no matter what. If I see it, you're blocked permanently. And don't send me a message about getting unblocked. Don't send Steve a message saying Marcus blocked me. Can you tell him to unblock? It's not going to happen. Carly Jones can win the Player of the Year tomorrow. The Malik, look, I really should go back and look at last year's game. Not like guys that on Xavier in the past. Yeah, I know, but he couldn't. It's a fine line between getting undersized dogs and skinny 4.5-star softer prospects. Because if you can get the 4-star prospect to get a little dog, but sometimes it sucks. Like you have a team full of dogs, but they just be too small. Or, or just don't have the same talent as the 4-star, academy kids. So it's just a fine line, man. It's just a really fine line. So yeah, and like I said, I think coach is doing a good job trying to find that, like, balance the identity of upside talent versus guys that can just play. Okay, well, again, y'all, let me remind you, all your support for the channel is greatly appreciated. You should also send me any message, Frontman James. Thanks. Oh. Let me just get this in here because Frontman James, I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to show everybody, and I didn't. So last one before I get out of here. This is your moment of Zen. How funny was this last night, y'all? Or I don't know if this was last night or earlier today. Joe Lunardi, Joey Brackets for ESPN. Somebody asked him, hello at ESPN Lunardi, what does Kentucky need to do to get in? Oh my God, did Joey Brackets just say Kentucky start the season over? Oh my God, Joe Lunardi's gonna get in so much trouble for clowning Kentucky like that. Oh, hello. And Lee was probably just trying to like really just get some information, and he's like, start the whole season over because that's the only way you can. That was funny. Oh, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Malik Poster on Jack White never gets home. I might watch the condensed version of Duke's last year and then transition into our first game. But we shot so well from the 3-point line. We played really good overall. Like we shot the ball really good. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to shoot the ball that good. And again, they're playing really good basketball at Duke. But it do kind of feel like Duke, there's something about our matchup against Duke that Coach Mack has been doing a great job with. Unplug it, plug it back in. Right. Blow in the cartridge and slam it in there a little harder like the old school Nintendo and see how it goes. Okay, enjoy your evenings, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me on Midnights with Marcus Maben. Dickie B's going to be mad about that. You're absolutely 100%. He's going to call for his resignation.